We wake this morning to a fundamentally different America than the one I believed it to be. I'm afraid for my country. I'm afraid for the nation I served in uniform while a United States Marine. I'm afraid for our Constitution, to which I swore an oath to support and defend against all enemies, foreign and domestic, a solemn vow which remains today to bear true faith and allegiance to that very same document and the aspirational principles enshrined within. We wake this morning to a nation that is less safe for the already at-risk and marginalized, less safe for the tired, poor, huddled masses yearning to breathe free, less safe for trans kids, women, homeless, black and brown, and those who dissent, whether quietly or whether loudly. More than half of us who voted imbued the least capable or qualified among us with immeasurable power. Thanks to a rogue fascist Supreme Court, a unique to America, limitless type of absolute immunity-fueled power, free from fear of consequence or justice. He told us he wants to terminate all rules, regulations, and articles, up to and including the Constitution. He told us he wants to be a dictator on day one. He told us he's preparing to seek revenge against those who oppose him, those who donated to his political opponent with long-term prison sentences. He told us that he's going to go house to house, rounding up millions of vermin who are poisoning the blood of our country. And none of that mattered. More than half of us who voted for him, voted for his promises, voted for the fear he sows, voted for this fundamentally different America than the one I believed it to be. But even in this, our darkest hour, we cannot rest. We cannot succumb. I choose to remain here in this country that I love so dearly. Choosing to stay means accepting a responsibility to help protect those who may not be able to advocate effectively for themselves. I have a moral obligation to stand in the gap for those who are most vulnerable to violence and mistreatment and prejudice. Look, if you're afraid or confused or angry, you're not alone. And in spite of all of that, I will not bend to hate. I will not submit to racism or fear. There's a lot of good that we can and must still do in this world. Further, it's more necessary now than it was yesterday. Be genuine, and please continue to take care of one another.